Hi, JP Fournier of the Movie Jerks here, and in this random review, I'm going to be focusing on romantic films. I'm currently at the beginning of February as I'm recording this, so I figured to get myself prepared for Valentine's Day, I would watch a few movies about love. I've got my list here of all the films I've never watched. I have segregated the genre to romantic films, so let's give this list a spin, and the 4 films that come up are the 4 movies I'm watching. So we got here, we got The Truth About Lies. It could be cute. We Are Not Cats. It could be interesting. Sundown. That looks alright as well. And Fairy Tales. Yeah, that seems to be a nice rounded group of romantic films. The Truth About Lies. A compulsive liar finds himself being dumped by his girlfriend, fired from his job, and losing his apartment all in the same day. And through his lying, he ends up getting a temp job for the husband of his best friend's sister, who he instantly falls in love with upon seeing. Will he be able to rise above all his lies to win over the woman of his dreams? The Truth About Lies is an unfunny and unentertaining watch. Our protagonist spends the whole movie lying to everyone.
Dr. Reynolds? Yeah, Dr. Reynolds, yes. Rennie? You know, I had so many great teachers when I was there, but Dr. Reynolds, he was the best. He was the best.
He was a she.
Yes, she was.
Some people seeing through the lies and others buying into them. The distinction between the acceptance of the lies from some characters and not from others depends on what the script requires our hero to get away with upon that moment in the film. I think the humor is supposed to lie on his lies being unimaginative and unintelligent. However, they are unimaginative and unintelligent. Because all the characters are so poorly written, it is hard to know if his love interest can see through his lies and enjoys the ridiculousness of them, or she's just a complete moron. Most liars tell non-truths because they are personally uninteresting individuals. I don't care for hanging around with bad liars in real life, and that's my same sentiment to this film. Are We Not Cats? If you don't know the secret of this film, then you might enjoy this more going in fresh. Now, I am not going to spoil or reveal the big secret of this film, but I will give warnings that the climax of this film is exceptionally disgusting and may not be appropriate for certain viewers. Unfortunately, it is because of the film's unique revelation at the end that the film is now described by that reveal. It's like if the Human Centipede had a different title. Let's say it was called The Adventures of Dr. Heiter. People would still describe it as that Human Centipede film. The proper synopsis of this film is 2 strangers spark romance through their unusual habit. And that's all that needs to be said. Not knowing the specific reveal allows you to watch the story unfold instead of anticipating and perhaps worrying about what you are about to see. This helps you understand how the characters react and play out once their world gets turned upside down. The film is a methodical and well-structured slow burn that spends time exploring the world that they inhabit, along with the bizarre but believable characters around them. Are We Not Cats allows the viewers to ask the question, is it lucky that these two have found each other, or is it unlucky that they have found each other? It's a film about learning someone's dark, disturbing, and repulsively vile secret, and still being attracted to them. It's also a film that you will never forget. Sundown. Boner comedy without the light-hearted and self-deprecating humor expected from this genre. Instead, we get one loser who dreams about being a DJ, and one selfish prick of a pervert. In boner comedies from the 80s, there was at least a sense of friendship and joyfulness among the horny teens. In this film, there is no sense of camaraderie or even chemistry between the two leads. And while the film doesn't learn how to write characters from those films of the past, it certainly did carry over the homophobia from that era.
A virgin? I slept with a dude!
The film is over an hour and 45 minutes.
The Rolex is at the jeweler's. It's being cleaned. I'm not giving it to you. I just want you to pick it up.
Really?
You think you can handle that?
Of course, Dad. Yeah. I can handle it. I promise.
And takes 45 minutes just to set up the premise for this wannabe comedy.
What? What happened to the watch, Logan?
In the end credits, we get extra clips that were taken out of the film of more gross-out situations that were removed from the original cut. This film already felt too long at an hour and 45 minutes. I cannot imagine adding these more unfunny and grosser gags to this throwaway premise that would be better suited for a lousy episode of The Big Bang Theory. Now, I don't know too much about famous DJs, nor have I been to Mexico, but I am willing to bet that they both deserve better treatment than this film. DJs look like hipper versions of Gallagher. While Mexico appears to be nothing but crooks, prostitutes, drug addicts, and the worst type of humanity. But this is a rom-com, so therefore the prostitute has a heart of gold, and she's the perfect woman. I literally took a shower after watching this gross and messy waste of time. Fairy tales. Much to my surprise, this was a softcore porno musical. And yet, it was the least filthy of all the films in this pack. Fairy Tales is about a prince who needs to prove that he can spawn an heir to his throne, and yet he is unable to get aroused unless he is with his true love. He sets on a quest to find his true love, and along the way runs into different fairy tale figures, like Little Bo Peep, Jack and Jill, Snow White, the little old lady who lived in the shoe, and so on and so forth. Each character has their own sexual quirk, along with a catchy tune.
These 2 years I'll spend in clover, till the honeymoon is over, and I've ceased to be their buttercup.
Surprisingly, the songs are quite good. Like this one that's a tribute to the Andrews Sisters, performed by an S&M group. Everyone plays their parts tongue-in-cheek, sometimes literally, but it makes the whole world building feel respected and unison. And the spirit of the film helps the sometimes desperate and unfunny humor.
I'm Jill from up the hill. Wanna fool around?
Oh, no, I have a jester. He does all my fooling around for me.
Oh.
Be passable. What the film surprisingly does well is respect the final sex scene with the prince finding his princess. While most pornos would just focus on being titillating, Fairy Tales films the final scene with respect and takes its time to be somewhat classy. The bad jokes and quirkiness leading up to this moment have been held off to allow the film to show the beauty and love between these two lovers. With an enchanting musical score, soft lighting, and a slowed, calming tempo, the scene comes off respectable and, dare I say, sweet. And much to my surprise, I ended up being charmed by this goofy, softcore porno musical.
And everybody feels it's his duty to make it with this virgin of cutie who's been a virgin too long.
And there you have it, another random review, this time focusing on romantic films. Or at least trying to. If you've seen any of these films, we'd love to hear your comments, and please write to us in the comment section. And if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. For more information about The Movie Jerks, you can go to www.themoviejerks.ca.